You know social media makes you miserable. Extreme negativity from strangers you'll never meet. Fake perfect people who make you feel worthless. Mean people who bully you for not having the perfect body shape. Visiting social media makes you feel worse. Yet you feel powerless to quit. According to the book The Power of One by Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen, Facebook had research interviews with children who said they can't stop using Instagram even though it made them unhappy. Why do 5 billion plus people keep using social media even when many feel miserable on it? This is more than just a lack of willpower. A big part of why you can't quit social media is beyond your conscious control. In this video, we will explore the web of factors that keep you entangled on social media. And it all starts with how your social media experience changes with time. When you open a social media account, most posts will excite you. Content from your friends, family members, and people you choose to follow. These posts will hit your brain like tiny fireworks. The dopamine hits just make you feel good. But it only lasts until social media networks start sneaky experiments in your timeline. They suggest content that you may engage with because people like you have engaged with it. Content that is designed to provoke likes, comments, and shares rather than true connection. They serve ads that may interest you because they have to make money and please Wall Street. With time, content on your timeline may start boring you. In fact, you may feel that social media hijacks hours of your time for little value. But will this push you to leave the platforms? Of course not. And this is because every other post will make you laugh, swear at your phone, or raise your eyebrows. Once you know that an exciting post is always around the corner, you'll keep scrolling to find it. But beyond scrolling, this process is critical to making you addicted to social media. It's one of the most powerful psychological concepts. Intermittent rewards. In 1948, B.F. Skinner, an American psychologist, performed multiple experiments that became a blueprint for how technology hijacks people's attention. He found that pigeons and rats will continue a behavior if they're rewarded with food pellets every time they show the behavior. This is called fixed ratio reinforcement. But the problem with this loop is that the behavior stops once the food pellets stop. What if the animals only got food pellets randomly in response to their behavior? This doesn't sound like something that should work, but it turned out to be a far better way of building stable behaviors. In fact, variable rewards build behaviors that are so hard to break. According to Skinner, pigeons will continue a behavior for hours, even without any reward. This is why people doom scroll for hours, even when there are no interesting posts on the timeline. This is why people sit at slot machines for hours and waste all their life savings. While fixed ratio rewards build habits, variable interval rewards build addictions that are hard to break. But while social media networks have engineered their platforms to be addictive, another factor that keeps you on the platforms is the people you see every day. With 6 out of every 10 people worldwide using social media, there's a good chance your friends, family members, and coworkers are on social media. And every day, they tell you about a funny post they saw on TikTok, a surprising fact on Instagram, or a job opportunity on Facebook. Sometimes they even send you links to these pages. If all these people use social media, then it must be good, right? Well, not exactly, but your subconscious doesn't really care. To test whether people would do foolish things because of peer pressure, Polish-American psychologist Solomon Asch conducted a series of experiments in the 1950s. In a popular experiment, he told people to match a line to an equivalent line in a group of lines. But Asch did something sneaky. Out of the 8 participants, 7 were told by the researchers to give the same wrong answer.
1. 1. 1.
2.
1. Once again, the correct answer is 2.
3.
3. 3.
3.
When you think of it, herd behavior makes sense from an evolutionary point of view. Imagine you're in the forest with your family members 2,000 years ago, and they start running towards a direction. Will you ask them why they're running, or just run with them? If all your friends and family members are on social media, the safest action is to be on social media too. And you don't decide this consciously. You may even tell yourself that you never follow the crowd. Yet, social proof unconsciously makes being on social media feel like the safest option. But even if you're superhuman and social proof never works on you, the number of people on social media presents another factor that will make you think twice. Platforms with billions of users present at least one opportunity, a marketplace for businesses. Imagine a situation where 7,000 potential customers are on social media and there are only 50 in your town. Being off social media can be business suicide. You'll lose many customers to competitors who post on social media. In this situation, creating social media content and engaging with prospects is just a matter of survival. And you'll wade through many unpleasant posts if your business survival depends on it. So it's no surprise that 1 in 3 people use social media for work activities, according to Data Reportal. But apart from making money, social media can serve another critical function, connecting us with our friends, brothers, and sisters on the other side of the world. Take the former director of public policy at Facebook, Sarah Wynne Williams, as an example. She has hammered Facebook publicly for putting profits above users' interests and well-being. For someone like this, having a Facebook account would make no sense, right? Yet she has one. She claims that her Facebook account is the only way to talk with her grandma. And it's a similar case for millions of people. Many people still have social media accounts, not because they can't delete them, but because social media is an integral part of their jobs and family communication. While some people have never tried leaving social media, others have tried and found themselves returning to the platforms. And the reason that happened is what we'll explore next. Imagine you've decided to take 2 weeks off social media just to clear your head. But what happened next? Every time a notification sounds on your phone, you pick it up thinking about TikTok. You constantly think of your Instagram friends. What have they been posting? They must be so worried about you. They must think something bad has happened to you. Jason even called 4 days into your break asking why you haven't been on Instagram lately. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night thinking of all the important updates you've missed. Then you start asking if social media is really that harmful. After all, more than 5 billion people use social media and they're fine. Some of them are even wildly successful. Surely going back will help you connect with all the beautiful people who must have missed you. Then you find yourself reinstalling the Instagram app 5 days into your break, and now your heartbeat has returned to normal. These are signs of social media addiction withdrawal. If you're addicted to social media, quitting for a period can trigger withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, restlessness, and loss of focus. To pursue this further, let's consider a study where researchers asked people to quit social media for just 1 week. What happened during the study? Participants felt a high level of craving, boredom, as well as social pressure to get back on the platforms. But most importantly, 6 out of 10 participants relapsed at least once during the study. This shows how hard it can be to leave social media, even for just a few days. People addicted to social media feel helpless, and quitting is rarely on the table. Any of these reasons is strong on its own, but when you combine them, they form a powerful wall to keep you on social media. This is why people complain about brain rot content every day, yet social media companies announce bigger user bases every year. Am I saying you have no hope of quitting social media? No. A small percentage of people have pulled it off. Here are a few ways you can also escape the tight grip of social media. Start gradually. Switch off your notifications to reduce social media visits. Delete apps and access social media on your browser. Go through a week of social media detox. Go through this gradual process to see how you adapt. Find a group of people with the same aim. Find a few people who have quit social media or are trying to quit and work together. Just as the right environment helps in forming habits, it also helps in breaking them. Speak to an expert. Visit a therapist to receive professional help. If you can't quit social media, the last thing to do is beat yourself up. A better strategy is to understand these reasons and develop plans for them. What are your struggles in terms of quitting social media?